Oh, we are live! How are we, lads? Come on, the footy! The footy's back! Guys, subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! The Cowboys win it! Woo! Hello. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to another live stream for your Tuesday night, November 15, 2022, 8:49 p.m. It's a very late stream tonight, but if you're in Queensland, it's quite early. It's only 7:49 up there in Queensland. Didn't do a video yesterday. Decided to have the day off and thought I'd come on and do a bit of a Q&A for you guys, see what's going on. We got a few people in the live chat starting to tune in now. It's good to see the crowd building up. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. We are currently at 2,020 subscribers. If you're new around here, make sure you like and subscribe, share the video around on social media and all of that. We've got a bit of a crowd building up. Hello to the chat. We've got CJ Moxley. We've got Daniel Bay all the way over there from the UK. We've got Josh Rabbitohs 2022, Pro Enzo Vids. Let's go Bulldogs. Chelsea is in the chat. Shout out to Chelsea. Warriors NRL Fanatics. We've got Hainsey. The intro never gets old. Well, you're not wrong about that, mate. We got Jay Evans. I think it's time for a new intro. That may be coming very soon. Faraz, we've got Flash, Toe, Tuggle, Electrical Dust. This is going to be good. If you have any questions, fire away. I'll probably be on here for about 20 to 25 minutes. Just going to do a bit of a stream, bit of a Q&A for you guys. So if you've got some questions, fire away in the live chat. All right. And we're going to start off with probably the main talking point in the NRL at the moment. Thoughts on Tim Sheen's keeping Luke Brooks over Jackson Hastings. What a joke. What a joke. They're going to go with Luke Brooks over Jackson Hastings. And ladies and gentlemen, out of nowhere, a man is joining us all the way from Queensland. I met up with him last Thursday, and his name is Sam Revel. Samuel Revel. How are you, bro?
Hey, Nick. Nick, can you hear me? I'm going well.
How's things in Brisbane, bro? It's good to have you on.
Thank you for having me, mate. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Mate, yeah, it's the first time I've been on YouTube since I've been up here in Queensland, so thank you, man. I was wondering, bro, if I can please get your opinion on, well, what if Samoa win the World Cup this weekend? They become a Tier 1 country. What happens to the likes of Josh Papali'i? What happens to Joseph Suoli'i? What happens to them when it comes to state of origin, bro? What's your opinion, man?
I'll tell you what will happen. They need to make a decision. Joseph Suoli'i, Jerome Luai, Brian To'o, Stephen Crichton, Taylor May, Isaac Tago, who else? So many names. Junior Paulo, they need to make a decision. Do they want to play state of origin, or do they want to play for their nation, or do they want to play for their heritage? Now, here's the thing. If they decide to play origin, I'm sorry, but international football will die. It will. It will. If Samoa doesn't have Luai and To'o, they're fucked. If Tonga doesn't have guys like Moses Suli and guys like Keon Kalamatangi, Hamoli Olakawatu. See what all these sort of players, they're fucked. They're fucked. So Samoa and Tonga, if they haven't got these, they're fucked. If I haven't got them playing, they're fucked. They're dead set fucked, bro. And if Samoa beat Australia and they become a tier 1 nation, well played. But I'm sorry, they have no chance.
Yeah.
There is more chance of me. There is more chance of me running down the street in my underwear than there's more chance of that happening than Samoa beating Australia. It's just not going to happen. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Luai and Milford, Munster and Cleary, stop it. Stop it. And let me just say this. Let me just say this. Samoa's defense absolutely sucks. Sucks. Their defense is horrible. And there are so many people at the moment that are just dick riding Jerome Luai. Look, he's playing good footy, but for some people out there to say he's the best player of this whole tournament, it's laughable. It really is. It really is laughable. If Samoa got knocked out in the weekend, there'd be no talk about Luai as best player of the tournament. There'd be none. And go back and watch that Samoa England game. Trust me, Luai wasn't the best player on the field. Stephen Crichton had a better game. Tim Laffey had a better game. And George Williams for England was out of this world, bro. He had the game of his life. And yes, they lost, and he won't get the credit that he deserved. But George Williams on the weekend played like a fucking legend. He was unreal.
Yeah, no, I agree with everything you said, man. Well, no, thank you for answering my question, bro. I just really wanted to come on here and say hello to everyone, make sure that everyone knows that I'm alive. And thank you for meeting up with me the other day, man. That was a lot of fun,
it was
bro.
a good time. Hot chips at Chicken Mania, walking around Ballina there. Very nice. It was a good time.
Yeah, man. Everyone go and check out Nick from Australia's Instagram. Go check out Nick from Australia's Instagram, and we've got a couple of photos and all that jazz. So, yeah, thank you to you and Josh, bro.
I gotta ask you, bro. How is your new house going, by the way? How is it?
You can probably tell that there's a few boxes behind me at the moment, so we're still unpacking. We've been kind of lucky. We've been kind of lucky with the weather over the past couple of days, as far as heat goes. But today, man, Brisbane turned on the oven, bro. Holy shit, man. As a Canberran, man, it kicked me in the fucking nuts. Excuse my language. But yeah, dude. I
was at work.
Yeah.
I worked 8 till 2 today. It got till about 9 a.m. and I'm walking around downstairs. And I'm going, fuck, it's so hot. It's not even 9 a.m. It was like 25 degrees. I'm going, I can't even imagine summer when it's like 38, 40, and I'm like, oh, no.
Nah, no way. But yeah, I just thank you for answering my question. And I'll probably be back doing live streams probably in the new year, which is unfortunate, but that's the way it goes, man. So,
you gotta think of this, right? When the World Cup ends on the weekend, all the content creators, whether they be good content creators or whether they be horrible content creators or whether they be fucking wankers in general, they are all going to struggle with things to do. I'm already looking around going, what the fuck am I going to do for a month? It's going to be difficult, but I'm sure everyone will come up with something.
For sure, man. But yeah, you'll kill it, bro. But yeah, I'll be back with the live streams next year, and I'll still put out some pre-recorded content. But thank you for having me, Nick. I'll leave you alone. Thank you, everyone, for having me. And
the Wobble and Jaw show better fucking return. I'm telling you, the Wobble and Jaw show better return.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 bags full, sir. All right, adios, guys. Bye.
Thank you to Sam Revel for jumping on. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. All right. Let's get to some questions here now. Sam Revel, good to have him on. And if you haven't subscribed to Sam Revel's YouTube channel, what the fuck are you waiting for? Make sure you go and check out his channel. All right. We need to go to the live chat. We probably got a lot of questions coming through now. Yeah, Sydney weather. I can't imagine it. It's horrible weather up here. It's hot, but it's better than the flood. National Sports Loaded. What are your thoughts on Chris Hill's performance in the whole World Cup? Do you rate it? No. Had a good couple of games early, but then he just got too old and too slow. Shouldn't have played in the final. He was horrible. Thoughts on the Cleary this World Cup? Yeah, look, I don't think Nathan Cleary has had a fantastic World Cup. I think he's done a job. But in saying that, when you're playing with new combinations, it's going to take time. He's been playing with Jerome Luai for about 100,000 years now, it seems like. Now he's playing with Munster for the very first time. It's obviously going to take time to gel. But he's been pretty average. And I think Nathan Cleary's first time over in the UK, getting used to the stadiums and how things work over in the UK with the smaller try line, it is going to take a bit of time for Nathan Cleary. All right, let's get some questions here. There's a shitload coming through. Electrical Dust again. Titans or Tigers for the spoon next year. Once again, they only said Tigers because they're getting rid of Hastings. I would probably go with the Gold Coast at the moment. I think they're going to have a horrible year next year. I'll probably attend a few of their games just because their stadium is very nice and I do like going there. When it's Titans, Broncos, Titans, Cowboys, all these sort of matches. I might even go to a Titans-Dolphins game on the Gold Coast. I don't even know if that's in the fixture. I can't even remember. But we'll see. We'll see. Mick has a question. Nice profile, Mick. Very, very interesting. Thoughts on Jackson Hastings to the Knights. So, from what I understand, David Clemmer's going to the Tigers and Jackson Hastings is going to the Knights. Now, I think Newcastle win this because obviously Jackson Hastings is an organising halfback. He's the one that's going to direct them around that. They haven't had a great halfback since Mitchell Pearce. I still don't understand the decision to get rid of Mitchell Pearce. Crazy and stupid. But what I will say, the Newcastle Knights obviously win the trade there. The Tigers get a good forward in Clemmer, but let's be honest. How many years does David Clemmer have left in him? CJ Moxley. Thoughts on Lachlan Miller signing with the Knights? I think if he does go to the Knights, I think it is a very nice addition. I don't know if he'll start. He can play fullback and play wing. I think if Ponga goes to 5'8", then maybe they'll go Miller, Ponga, Hastings, and Brayley. Not the worst spine in the world, but Ponga has to be fullback. You can't put him at 6. You just can't. You put him at 6 defensively. Everyone that's running at Ponga, you got to back him for an anytime try scorer. You just got to do it. Where do you see the Dolphins finishing next year? Ask Alex Jones. But that's Alan Jones. Alex Jones. The Dolphins, the new Dolphins, I would say they won't come last, but they won't finish as high as 12th. I'd put them between 12th and 15th. They should be reasonable. Ark. Hey, Nick, mate, been a while. You reckon the Bulldogs will make the top 8 next season? Because I certainly think so. You know what? I've been talking to a lot of people about this lately. I genuinely believe the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs next year will finish as high as 5th or 6th. I think they bought well. I think Cameron Ciraldo could be the coach of the year next season. I think Matt Burton is going to have a breakout year. Addo Carr, he might be the top try scorer. And if Reid Marnie and Burton, if they can get it right in the spine with Avarillo and Flanagan and all these sort of players, I think the Bulldogs next year are in for a massive year. They do have a bit of money now to spare, obviously with Josh Jackson retiring and letting go of Aaron Schoff. So they might still come out and buy another big-name player. Don't be surprised if they make a play for someone like Stephen Crichton, which I'm telling you, wouldn't shock me if they looked at Stephen Crichton for 2024. But the Dogs, they're on the up next year, I have no doubt. CJ, what nation would you like to see be introduced to rugby league? Well, it's a very difficult question to answer. I would say What nation would you like to see? Tell you what, I don't know if this nation plays rugby league already, but I think Canada. I don't know if Canada have a rugby league team over there. I don't know if they have Canadian rugby league. But I think Canada would be interesting because I think that the girls over in Canada, they're very good. They're quite good from what I understand. So a Canadian rugby league team, I don't know if that's a thing over in Canada, but I'd like to see it. I really would like to see it. Do you see a State of Origin game in New Zealand one day? Probably not. I would say no. What else we got here? Some more questions coming in here. Warriors NRL fanatics. Should the NRL bring Magic Round to New Zealand? Why not? I don't see why not. New Zealand getting a Magic Round, it'd be a good way to say thank you for the sacrifices you made during COVID. Obviously, they had to stay in New Zealand. They couldn't go to New Zealand. They had to stay in Queensland and New South Wales in a bubble. They could only do certain things. I think a Magic Round in New Zealand would be quite cool. I would support that. I would obviously prefer it in Brisbane because it's not far for me to get to. But Magic Round in New Zealand, why not? Why the hell not? What else we got here? We got some more questions coming in here. Paddy G, 2 Magic Rounds per year. Each team plays home and away. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. I do like that. What else we got here? Faraz is talking about Manly and Broncos are probably still better than the Dogs. There's a case for the Broncos better than the Bulldogs, but the Broncos last year were in the top 4 and they fell off a cliff and missed the top 8 in general. So I don't trust the Broncos, but they do have a good side next year. They probably will be around the top 8 again. I'll probably say the Broncos for me are a team between 6th and 10th. Anything lower than 10th would be a failure, and Kevin Walters might be looking for a new job, and anything around 6 and 7 is probably a realistic spot for the Broncos. So we'll see what happens. What do you think about Luai this World Cup and him getting man of the match in the semis against England? Well, he definitely wasn't the best player on the field against Samoa. Against England, sorry. You had Stephen Crichton, who was outstanding. The intercept, field goal, he played a great game. I think he scored 2 tries. Tim Laffey was outstanding. He destroyed Callum Watkins. Both players played for Salford in the Super League, teams I support in the UK. And you got a guy by the name of George Williams, who was just out of this world on the weekend. I know England were beat, but he was untouchable on the weekend. He was insane. Do you have a signing prediction? Well, I think the Broncos are going to go out and buy another forward. I believe they will. I don't know who they're going to buy. I reckon they need another back row. They've obviously got Kurt Capewell there. Ricky's decent. Rabati's there. I reckon the Broncos will buy Scott Sorensen from Penrith. That's a prediction. I could be wrong. I don't know what the contract's like with Scott Sorensen, but I'll say that. Should Junior Paulo be playing in the final? No, he shouldn't. He literally put Tom Burgess on his head. That was the NRL or Super League game. He would have got 6 weeks for that. Remember earlier this year when Kyle Lawton did it? He got fucking sent off and he was out for about 6-7 weeks. It's ridiculous. Because it's a World Cup final. They'll protect them. It's just how they do it. Should the NRL bring back the Nines comp? Absolutely they should. They should do it in February before the All-Star game. And they should do it in Perth or in New Zealand. It'd be great for the game. Thoughts on the James Bentley and Victor Radley situation? Yeah, I heard Victor Radley bash his fucking head in at the hotel. I'm not going to read too much into it yet because you got one side of the story that sounds legit, the other that sounds a bit dodgy. The media is reporting a lot of fake news at the moment. There is so much fake news this time of year, whether it be incidents or field drama, player swaps, player trades. There is so much fake news right now in the NRL and in the World Cup. It is ridiculous. But the whole thing doesn't look good for either player. How do you see Tamara Martin going next year at the Warriors? I think he will be a good addition to the New Zealand Warriors. I think he'll be playing 5'8" alongside experienced halfback Sean Johnson. I think it is a nice addition for the Warriors to get a good number 6 like Tamara Martin, who had a great year at the Broncos, and his record was unbelievable. So, good pickup for New Zealand. How do you think Brad Arthur will go next? Brad Parker will go next year. I don't believe in him. I think he'll get dropped in New South Wales Cup, to be honest. All right, a few more questions before I wrap things up. Can Tyson Gamble find some magic at the Knights? Nah, he's fucked. He is not the signing that they need. They should have kept Milford. For some people making some, look, the Samoan thing's just crazy in general. The whole thing's crazy. All right, a few more questions. How many games will James Tumlo play next year? I'll say 5. It's not going to croak at the right dummy half for Manly going forward. At the moment, I think he is. George Williams could be a top 5 half in the game. I'd like to see him return to the NRL. Yeah, I would too. I think that would be very awesome. Faraz, best NRL video you've made. Oh, wow. I'm going to say the Sharks versus Cowboys qualifying final in Sydney this year, where we were there, all the YouTubers. I was with my cousin there. The YouTubers, you had the likes of Pro Enzo Vids, CJ Moxley, All Out Champa. The King was there. The field goal reaction from Valentine Holmes and the Tamalolo try as well was just mental. Without a doubt, the best of the year. Without a doubt. I think the Magic Round vlogs were very good. The Broncos-Cowboys vlog I went to back in Brisbane earlier this year. Titans-Cowboys, very good. Roosters and Rabbitohs at Allianz for the first time, the second game there. The first ever finals game there. Very good as well. So many vlogs. The Titans-Warriors vlog in Lismore when both teams came in for the trial game. That was awesome to do. The season previews, very good as well. Very good. All right, guys. That's going to wrap it up, I reckon. That's going to do the live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 18 of the Nick from Australia Rugby League Q&A. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like the stream. Make sure you subscribe. Hainsey said, do you have to bring that Roosters Rabbitohs game up? Sorry, bro. But it was a great afternoon. Anyway, guys, I'm sweating my ass off here. It's fucking like 100 degrees. I'm dying in sweat. Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, share around, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, have a good night.